Snap more than the ball? We've got specialists for that. Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Orlin & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Farmingdale State College is the host to the final of 4 Nassau County Championships. It's the Class AAA title up for grabs, and it is Syosset, the 3rd seed against the top-seeded Hawks of Plainview Old Bethpage. Tonight's AAA broadcast, as well as all of our other broadcasts, sponsored by the fine folks at Orlin & Cohen Orthopedic Group. Well, a pleasant good evening, everyone. Dylan Butler alongside Rob Anderson. We've reached the end here of what has been an unbelievable couple of weeks here of playoff soccer. It is the Nassau AAA Championship game. On one side, you've got Syosset. They are a technical, defensive stout team. On the other side, you have Plainview, a technical, defensive stout team. Mirror images of each other should make for a fun one.
Yeah, you said it. Defensively stout, squared for sure. Syosset winning an overtime game, showing that they've also got this grit about them. They had to come back and battle their entire game. For Plainview, so defensively, stylistically formed together, so perfect that they are like a vacuum cleaner in the back. The game is played at a different pace, but defensively, tough to get around.
Let's take a look at the bracket, see how these two teams got here. And you see Plainview JFK, the 2-0 win over Massapequa, and then what a classic. One of the best games that we've seen in Nassau County in some time. Syosset, the overtime winner over Uniondale, 2-1. So it's the number 1 seed versus the number 3 seed here for the county final. Syosset, they're making their first trip here since losing to Uniondale on PKs back in 2017. And Brett Waxer's side have lost once all season long. They avenged that loss in the semifinals. They are a group that is together. Their mantra is the brotherhood. And they are certainly united in their quest for a county championship. They're looking for county championship number 11. 2 guys to help lead them that way. Jack Pendrick and Zach Kaufman.
Yeah, Jack Pendrick and Kaufman, 2 really defensive-minded players. Pendrick attacks the ball really hard, plays a great style, sees the field, opens things up. Kaufman, man, that was my star of the game. He is a bully out there in every good way possible. Wins battles 50-50s, and the shoulder-to-shoulder bombs are intense.
Plainview JFK, they come into this game with a 13-1-2 record, like Syosset. Only 1 loss on the season, and like Syosset, they avenged that loss in the semifinals, beating Massapequa. They are no stranger to the biggest stage in Nassau County. Their 3rd straight year in the county championship game. They won it 2 years ago. They lost upset a year ago to East Meadow, and so many of those guys are back this year to try to win another county title. 2 of those guys will feature now are 2 of our impact players, Ryan Masidi on one side and Nick Shulashov in the back.
Yeah, if you want to exercise those demons and get your wins, Ryan Masidi's a guy that can collect a whole bunch of points, moves the ball well through the field. And then when we talk defense, Nick Shulashov, honestly, one of the best in the business. He can win those 50-50s. Big body, gets headers in the box on both ends of the field. A pleasure to watch that boy play.
as the teams march out to midfield here in front of a crowd that it looks like will pack Farmingdale State College. How about we take a look at the starting lineups? First, for the visitors, Syosset, an unchanged 11. It's a 4-3-3 formation. Zamet, Kaufman, Danielle, and Sackett. Your back four, Pendrick as your number 6. Dappis and McGuire with him in the midfield. Navarro, Rizzo, and Pultz up front. And in goal for Syosset, Miles Nevins. What a terrific semifinal he had. 74 saves on the year. You see the 7 clean sheets for Syosset.
Yeah, Miles Nevins, a dynamic athlete, works side to side really well, has a great range in net, and can get those balls up top, even though he's got a little bit of the undersized younger brother of Cole, but establishing himself as the keeper of this Syosset team.
Yeah, we know somewhere at the University of Texas, Cole tuning in to watch Little Bro perhaps win a county championship. Let's meet the starters for Plainview JFK, also in a 4-3-3 formation. One change to their 11. We start in the back. It's Levin, Shulashov, Fiello, and Mitosh. In the midfield, Simonian, Misidi, and Yu. And your front three, Manny Paolo. The change being David Diacono comes in at right wing. And then it's Andrew Melville at forward. In goal for the Hawks, Tommy Petrosoric. You see the numbers on the season. You see the 11 clean sheets as well.
Yeah, well, we talked about those clean sheets last time, too. This defense does a sensational job of limiting the shots, but when they do come, big body in net, Tommy Petrosoric can get those balls up out of the air, and he did a real nice job getting it out and creating plays from the backfield.
You see both teams lined up at midfield, and as we always do, Rob, we spoke with the coaches who identified their keys to this game.
Yes, sir. If you look at Syosset, they got to defend well on set pieces or just not give them up at all. Continue to play to the feet. Keep the ball out of the air when you got guys like Shulashov on the other side. Positive energy throughout. That brotherhood needs to rock and roll. Plainview, Old Bethpage. They want the set pieces, offensive and defensively, and to win them. Control the tempo of the field, which they tend to do with those back four. Finish their opportunities up top. Dylan, we know they only need 1 or 2 to go into the net, and they can be a lockdown defense.
Those are your keys to the game for both Syosset and Plainview JFK. The head coaches for Syosset, and both of these longtime head coaches for Syosset. There you see him, Brett Waxer, 20th season at the helm, a 1996 graduate of East Meadow. You see his assistant, Jamie Pedicini, next to him, also East Meadow, 94. They lived down the block. They drove each other to practice. Now they're coaching together all these years later, and Waxer, one of the most respected coaches in Nassau County. On the opposite side, in her 25th year, Christine Ho. How about that? 1991 graduate of Amityville. Some terrific success for Christine Ho as well during her tenure here at Plainview JFK. We've met the teams, we've met the coaches, we will meet the officials, and we'll have the starting opening kickoff when we return here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Snap more than the ball? We've got specialists for that. Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground to first. Quinn's up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter. And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown. Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Back at Farmingdale State College, there are our officials for today's game. In the middle, it's Steve Denisi. Your ARs, Steve Hansman and Pete Schenk. Your fourth official, Dave Poley. An excellent crew here. They already have booked their trip to Middletown. Will one of these teams do the same? First, they have to get out of Nassau, and it will be, no doubt, a difficult trek for both Syosset and Plainview JFK. If you go to the regular season, sorry, because there was nothing that separated these two teams. They played to a 1-1 tie back on October 5th, so just a little less than a month ago. Xavier Navarro scored for Syosset. Ryan Mitash scored off an assist from Ryan Masidi. Miles Nevins, 5 saves. Petra Soric made 3. Nothing separating the two teams in the regular season.
Now, these are two teams, as you said, Dylan, multiple times very evenly matched. Strong, defensive-minded teams. They play to the feet, both sides, and it will be probably a feeling-out process in the beginning only because of the styles. So I'd say feeling-out-wise, you're going to see them playing it back, opening up the field, creating space, and definitely the talent to do it. Another one on Plainview JFK that we didn't mention in the opening but had a huge part in this playoffs is Connor Fiello, number 8, the center back, a junior. And he's another one that can move the ball real well in that vacuum cleaner defense.
Met his dad before. Is that why you said that?
Yes, it is. Dad said he spoke to you. And not exactly why, but yes. When we were talking about it and he said Fiallo's dad, I was like, oh, man. I said, your son's a stud and only a junior.
Yeah.
Great guy, though, huh? Wasn't he a nice fella?
He was. Very nice. Very complimentary. We appreciate that. So Syosset, as you can see, in their road whites. Plainview JFK in the home blues. This is our 12th and final Nassau County playoff sportscast over the last 9 days. And we have kickoff in the Class AAA championship game.
The last crown we have to place on the head of a team today.
Yeah, already 3 others. Carl Place, Garden City, earlier today, Floral Park. And now will it be Syosset or Plainview JFK? As is the case with the other classifications, they don't know, or the winner won't know who they'll play in the Long Island Championship game either. Suffolk finals yet to be played. An ambitious run down the left side. Picked out. And if you had Brentwood on that side of your bracket, well, your bracket has been busted.
Yeah, some people might even have Comac on that side as well, but it's going to be Walt Whitman and Connecticut advancing. And, Dylan, they don't play till Wednesday. So these teams are going to have plenty of time to prepare and rest and scout live.
Headed clearance of a throw-in for Syosset. A couple of years ago, it was Connecticut and Plainview JFK in the LIC. It was Connecticut picking up the win in that one after Plainview JFK, as Kaufman will look to throw. Defeated Oceanside. That was their first county title in 37 years. Headed clearance put back up in the air. chested down. Nice turn on the ball, trying to split defenders was Pultz. And it goes out back to midfield. Madiu plays it up towards the sideline. A race for it, and it will go out for a Syosset throw.
Nice play there by Raf Danielle, not only to catch up, but to turn to the inside of the field and keep it in play.
There's Owen Sackett. We'll throw it up that sideline. And it'll be a throw-in for Plainview JFK. A stroke of brilliance by Brett Waxer in the last game was having Zach Kaufman man mark all over the field. Zavala, the top striker for Uniondale. He said it came to him at 1 o'clock in the morning after the third or fourth time watching film. He then called up Kaufman, not at 1 in the morning, but he did call Kaufman up to give him the plan, and it worked to perfection. I told him on our way when we left Farmingdale State that night, I said that was a stroke of brilliance. And let's see what tactical nuances these two tacticians have here today. Battle for the ball in the midfield. That's Javi Navarro. Hard challenge and a foul called. First of the game against Syosset.
Yeah, Kaufman, one of the guys that I've loved watching during this playoff run. There's guys that stand out, and as a coach who thinks defense first, I like those physical guys, and Kaufman, stellar, and probably was instrumental in that yellow card to Zavala, who later succumbed to a red.
Here's Masidi, serves it in, right into Nevins. I was about to say Nevins was not as quick as he would have liked off his line, but actually ended up timing it perfectly because it went right into his arms. They'll roll it out, and they'll try to play from the back. Interception by Mitosh. And now they'll look to combine on this sideline. Nice 1-2. Ball looking for Simoni, and it goes out to the far sideline as Syosset, they'll look to build, but they lose possession. It'll be a throw-in.
That save by Nevins a lot harder than it looks too, folks. You know, you got to time that perfectly, and when there's a lot of bodies inside the box, you've really got to be paying attention to what's going on under these lights.
Nevins scampers off his line. He'll play from that far corner flag up the sideline, out to midfield. Driven ball up the far sideline. It's a foot race for it. Still a battle. And a cross never materialized as Plainview JFK looked to clear. Defensively, on paper, Plainview JFK has been the best, certainly in the AAAs. Consider the fact they've only conceded 5 goals all year. Syosset was right up there with them. They had a wild one late in the regular season against Uniondale. They give up a couple of goals against Oceanside. But in this postseason, only 1 goal conceded, that to Uniondale in the last round. So for the season, they've only given up 13 goals. Scoring, though, has been an issue for Syosset. They've picked that up, though, again, late in the season. 7 goals in their last 4 matches. So they have revved up their offense at the best time of the year. That's Raf Danielle just sending it down the field. You certainly get the sense, Rob, of a feeling out process here early on.
Absolutely, and a predictable one. They're 2 defensive teams. They're going to try to see what the other brings, and offense, as you said, not in droves for either side really, but defensively, 2 incredible teams.
Yeah, Plainview JFK on the opposite side, they've scored 37 goals this year. And they've not conceded since that 1-1 draw to Syosset. So if you're counting, that's 5 consecutive clean sheets. If you're the math guy, you could put all those numbers together. 80 times 5 and carry the 4, whatever the number is. It's been a lot of minutes for Plainview JFK. Throw in for Plainview JFK. Trying to win a corner. Unable to, though. Good clearance out to midfield. Nice step by, I believe that was Shulashov. And a foul against Syosset. Their second of the early goings.
That one called against the last game's hero, Cole McGuire. He put on his hands on his head, wasn't happy. They don't want to give up too many set pieces. They're still not in a distance that's going to be too threatening.
Who wins this race to tie their cleat first? Simonian, dangerous ball, and Nevins grabs confidently. Rolls to his left. The ball sent back across. A press here for Plainview JFK. Leading the charge was Andrew Melville, and now a turnover in midfield. Driven central ball. Picked off. There's Pendrick. He is the engine of this Syosset side. The unquestioned leader. Shulashov went far side, and that's where the two teams will battle right now. Long ball over the back. And it's difficult to try to play a long ball game against Plainview because, again, the aerial dominance that Shulashov has. There's Fiello. He's pressured. Loses it. Shot just over the bar. What an effort by Xavier Pultz. Scored in the semifinal.
Yeah, Pultz getting that ball really quickly off his feet. That quick left foot. And it just sailed over. So those threats can happen quickly as we get another look at it here. Little turnover. Tough touch. And then look at that left. And lofted onto the track.
Pultz was a forward who was beating himself up for a lot of the regular season. Just hadn't clicked for him. Scored a huge goal against Oceanside to end the regular season. And from that moment on, he has been a different forward, playing with a ton of confidence. We saw that in the semifinal, scoring in that one as well. And he is absolutely goal dangerous tonight. Now opening up is Mitash. Goes to the center of the park. Now you have numbers on both sides. And Nevins, again, off his line well.
Syosset defense doing a good job of covering those runs. Diacono looked like he had a little space out on that right wing. And right now, Plainview pushing the ball up the middle quite a bit. We'll see if they start opening it up and look for crosses.
And again, they pressure, and they get the turnover. Good work for Plainview's number 10, Chris Simonian, 4-year varsity player.
Number 13,
and it will be Masidi to throw. He also a 4-year varsity player. All three players in your midfield trio are 4-year varsity players. So what is this? This is game number 17 on the year. Right, that's a lot of varsity experience to have. They've played in some huge games. Great angled ball into the box. contact, no foul given. And then a clearance up the sideline. Plainview JFK, though, good step there to continue their possession. That was Dave Levin, the left back. And now can Syosset possess their way out? Slide tackle safely, and they'll get a throw. Let's take a look at Raf Danielle. A terrific year for him at center back. A really great partnership. Really, both of these teams, great partnerships in the back, right? It's Shulashov and Fialo on one side, Kaufman and Danielle on the other side. Here's Owen Sackett to throw.
And they have a similar dynamic, too. You know, Shulashov and the two number 5s, very tough players. Fialo and Danielle are also tough, but a little more finesse to their game.
That's Jorge Rondo. And Rondo has earned himself more and more playing time. A little bit of soccer tennis being played back and forth. Throw in for Syosset.
Throwing number 5, Jack Kaufman.
It's up the sideline. That was Mitosh 4. Good pass, great turn by Dapis. Now he'll play and he'll combine with Rondo. The switch to the far sideline, headed clear though. Matt Yu plays it to the far sideline.
That was a good look there by Cole McGuire trying to find Pultz on the outside with that switch. I think that's the element right now that Plainview wants to try to get to. Start switching the ball, opening it up a little bit more.
And you can see Plainview there too, right? They looked on that far sideline. It wasn't there. They brought it back. And now here's Shulashov. Back to the left now. And again, you want to get your opposition going sideline to sideline. And if they don't step as a group, you found your opening then.
Almost 15 minutes in, Dylan, and this is exactly what we thought, right? Two teams that could just grind you down, passing, moving the ball, possession, and a couple scoring opportunities so far, both sides getting at least one.
It is a tactical chess match. And it's really kind of which team will make the mistake first, it would appear. What a turn in midfield by Simonian. Now the penetrating ball, trying to shepherd that ball out, was Owen Sackett. Job well done, so he's earned the throw.
And it goes to show you, Dylan, too, coming into this, how Coach Ho and Coach Waxer both understand how important the set pieces are in a game like this.
Well, on cue, Plainview has another one. Third foul called against Syosset. And you see Ryan Masidi over it. Masidi with 10 assists on the year. Look out for Shulashov in the box. Dangerous one. There's Nevins off his hands. It's still loose. Nevins scampers and dives on it like a fumble in American football. Nevins went off his hands and then dove at that football.
Wow, and that's the athleticism of Miles Nevins. And again, the boot of Masidi. That's the second one that, even though those free kicks were pretty deep, both times in the box, creating a little bit of chaos.
Shulashov goes to the left sideline. That's a nice step by Dapis. And down the field we go. The offside flag is raised, though.
One thing that Syosset did show us in that game versus Uniondale, who had Zavala and Valley, who both could hit the ball pretty hard and accurately deep, is that they could defend the set pieces pretty well from that depth. They're going to be getting some of the same looks here from this Plainview JFK team.
There's Raf Danielle. A kid that Waxer says he can play in the next level. Visited Scranton. Here's Rondo. And it's Fiello. Fiello, with his versatility, can do a lot of things out there, right? He's not that stay-at-home center back. He's got license to roam forward and join and combine. Remember, too, last year started as a defensive midfielder. Foul again against Syosset. Another opportunity for Masidi to find someone in the box. Flicked header, save. Levin got on the end of that one, and Nevins made the save.
And I can tell you right now what Coach Wax is going to tell his team. They've got to get a little more discipline. Now, that's 3 consecutive extremely good balls put into the box off of deep free kick. Get any closer, they can find the back of the net.
Battling for it on that left sideline. It goes out. And there's a look, you saw Ryan Feiner. Ryan Feiner started last match for Diacono. And one thing that Christine Ho has always said, like, we'll have these conversations with her and we'll say, what's your starting 11? He says, like, I'm going to be honest. We don't know until the day before because I want these guys to stay honest, stay hungry. They've got to earn their spot in training. Nice 1-2. Good step back. Plainview, though, maintains possession. Simonian, actually Diacono. Recovering is Mitash. That is blocked. Hendrick battling for the ball. Went down. The Syosset fans want a foul, none given. Simonian goes the other way. Time and space into the box. Nice 1-2, left-footed shot. Mitash unable to get it on frame, and then the Hawks offside.
And Pendrick was a little slow getting up on that and then had to go recover a shin guard, but he looks to be all right as Plainview JFK continues to threaten.
He might use that shin guard as like evidence, right? Like it's like law and order. Like, hey, look, this was in its right place before I was fouled, and you didn't call it.
Put a little chalk around it.
Get the music going. Dun dun. Ball upfield, and foul was called against Plainview JFK.
And Dylan, 45 degrees out, no wind, and these stands are packed.
They're still coming in.
To end. It's insane. They're in drove. This is a AAA crowd right here. Take a look. They are loaded up. Look at that. Standing room only. Absolutely incredible. They're bundled up, and again, the women's soccer club selling the hot chocolate and pretzels.
Well, I think I heard word after the A game that perhaps the pretzels were sold out.
Oh boy.
So he might just have hot pretzels coming up. Good service. First free kick for Syosset. But now can you maintain possession off of that free kick? And that's what the Syosset has struggled to do. Nice slide tackle. Throw in for Plainview. Is that Levin again?
It was Levin, and I mean, they just descended upon Pendrick in at 3. Slide tackle through the middle and recovered so quickly.
Another substitution for the Hawks.
Plainview throwing.
Certainly Nevins has been the busier of the two keepers. I don't think Petrosaric has had anything yet to do, really. Just organize a little bit.
Deja vu with the semifinals, no?
Although Pulse did have an effort.
Yeah. But he didn't have to do anything for it.
Breaking lines with that pass over the middle. Played backwards. Nevins, though, has to come off his line. Not cleared. Plainview unable to get a shot off Matt Yu. And that one was bounced into Nevins.
Saved by Miles Nevins.
His 4th save on 5 Plainview shots in this first half. Second ball, won by Syosset, and a foul was given. Only the second one against Plainview JFK in this first half. They'll play it quickly. Here's Pendrick. Tries to play a 1-2 with Rondo. Lost it. Now Rondo chases it down. Throwing for Syosset. And you're right, you could see the game plan. Anytime Pendrick gets a touch, he doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver. They close in on him quickly.
Yeah, you saw Rondo there trying to complete a wall pass, and it looked like, the idea was right.
Rondo and Kaufman trying to play a 1-2. Kaufman goes backwards. But there's some terrific speed on the attacking players for Plainview JFK. So any back pass, any ball over the top, they're really able to run onto him and cause havoc for the Syosset back four. And it's not just one player, right? It's multiple players for Plainview. Utilize that speed. Another slide tackle, but this time a foul was called. So Syosset has one of those Plainview-esque type free kicks now in front of the Hawks bench.
And the foul's starting to even out a little bit. See if Syosset can convert. Still have 3 back. And they're going to push up a little bit here.
I think that's, it is Dappis over it. Dappis not a captain, but he might as well be a terrific leader as well. To the edge of the box. Headed, and there's a foul against Syosset called. Their 5th of this first half.
Right before that kick went off, Ryan Mitash and Kaufman have a little shoving match.
That's the thing. If anyone wants to make that argument like, oh, soccer is not a contact, watch players in the box on any set piece. There's a lot of contact. There's a lot of physicality.
Yeah, they're jockeying for position and challenge, and also, Mitash initiated that, and Kaufman's the right guy to do it with. Just say, hey, I'm here, paying attention to you.
Another throw in for Syosset.
Syosset throw. Syosset had a shout at becoming the number 2 seed. They played for it. We had the game on the Varsity Media Sports Network at Oceanside to end the regular season. Oceanside won that game and became the 2 seed, but really very little separating 1 through 3 in this AAA this year. If anything, as Nevins off his line, well, it was just a matter of draws. 6 draws for Syosset on the season, 2 for Plainview. So you add a couple more of those 2-point differentials, and Plainview JFK ends up as the top seed in this Class AAA.
A lot of those draws 0-0.
th minute, no score. Dylan Butler, Rob Anderson, our entire Varsity Media crew. So happy you're able to take this journey with us through 12 playoff games, semifinals, and finals. And thanks again to Orlin and Cohen for making that all free to view here on our YouTube channel.
I know we said it a few times too, but I hope the folks at home know that Orlin and Cohen making this happen. We are one of the only sports that have no paywall, that it's free for everybody, and great job out of Orlin and Cohen to make that happen.
Nevins takes this kick short. And that's going to be one of the fun sort of games within the game, right? Where Syosset want to possess out of the back. Plainview, they will press high. If you play it long, Shulashov will win it in the air. So that's kind of the part of that chess match we mentioned before. And there is Shulashov. We said it in the semifinal, hard to believe he has another year left in him.
It's not fair.
That's what every other AAA coach is saying right now. Ball along the far sideline. Syosset look to possess, maybe try to win a corner here. Double teams. And a turnover.
And they're not just a stellar team defensively as far as position goes, but you said the ability to put the ball back into play.
And now an opportunity, little back heel looking for Rondo. That was Navarro. Good step. Battle for the ball. There was an opportunity there perhaps to play it backwards to Zamet. Still though, Syosset do possess, look out. As I'm not sure McGuire knew a man was on. Here's Kaufman with the throw. Kaufman sends it to the air, flicked in. Navarro tries to turn. It goes across the face of goal, and there's the first goal! And there he is again. The hero of the semifinals, Cole McGuire, blows a kiss. 1-0, Syosset.
Yeah, Syosset says we don't need another hero. Cole McGuire following through on it. The two defenders back couldn't make the save. But there he is, number 8, becoming a legend in this Syosset playoff. Strikes first.
He had 5 goals before he got to Farmingdale State College. He's added 2 more. The biggest of the season for Syosset. One that sent them here, and one that has opened the scoring in this county final. But now here's Diacono on the other side. Battle for the ball. Nevins down after it. And it is hectic at the post. Foul called against Plainview.
Almost a mirror image of what happened on the other end of the field. Chaos.
How about Denisi? What a great job sprinting in.
Oh, he's the most fit guy on the field. There's no doubt about it.
So Syosset just on their second shot. They have the lead. And McGuire, listen, it doesn't matter how it happens. Yes, there were 2 defenders, and it was a rare. I mean, rare. Not medium rare, like super rare, dead. Black and blue, like that doesn't happen for Plainview's defense. But credit again to McGuire. He pounced on it.
And Petrosoric, committed to the ball, tried to do what he could, and then the ball just got through. And Cole McGuire again. And it just takes that one counterattack. That's their second scoring opportunity, and they took advantage of it. And all the pressure so far, Plainview.
Cole McGuire, the cam of the midfield trio for Syosset, but they're interchangeable, along with Pendrick and Dapis. That just the 6th goal conceded by Plainview. And again, the first since Syosset scored their last goal against Plainview.
Wow.
Rondo, originally from Venezuela. Made his way to a new country 4 years ago, didn't speak the language, joined the soccer team, And he had 25 new brothers to help him in his transition. And if you're Syosset, Rob, you probably have to balance here the desire to get another one versus hold on. Let's keep our shape defensively. Let's not overextend ourselves, and maybe we take the 1-0 lead into the break.
I agree 100%. You see, they're definitely an invigorated team right now, a little moxie. But if they do what they do, that counterattack quick and, like you said, keep shape.
Good step by Zamet. Looking for Navarro, a little bit not on the same page. But no harm there. And Rob, you've seen the Farmingdale coach. He's been here, right? He's watched the proceedings. Perhaps another player to keep an eye out for. Cole McGuire, Jr. Right? These massive goals scoring on his field.
Yeah, the guys that come up in the big spots, you know. He doesn't get all the eyes defensively and creates his opportunities. And he bulldozed to get that overtime winner, right? It was just that hand-eye coordination. It's just a hand-to-foot-eye coordination to keep that ball in front of him.
And we'll show those highlights later in this broadcast.
I think he blew you a kiss after. Did you see that too? Was it to you?
I thought it was you because you said he would score the goal.
Oh, maybe.
Like you called it.
But not that one. Let me tell you, he is on fire in these playoffs. I think the Hawks, as they start to look at the second half and they get to the sidelines with Coach Ho, maybe stop forcing that ball up the middle. Too much up the middle, up the middle.
Headed clearance out for a Plainview throw. And this Hawks team, they've not dealt with a lot of adversity all season. Their only loss to this point, 1-0 to Massapequa, and they avenged that in the last round. A couple of draws, one to this Syosset team. Now they'll play back to Petrosaric. Bypassing lines. Good interception by Zamet. There's Pendrick shielding off the Plainview player. Headed on by Navarro. Now it's a race. Javi Navarro wins that race. Tries to shield off his defender. Cuts it back. What an effort by Javi Navarro as Syosset maintained possession.
And even more impressive against Nick Shulashov. Good job. I'm impressed with the confidence they have playing it back. Like, it's with ease. They know if they play that ball back, they're not worried about getting in trouble with it. All wonderful ball handlers from the goalie up.
Number 10, that's Simonian. He was the number 10 a year ago. He wears the number, but that also was his position. A little bit of a lull here as Plainview try to figure out how to penetrate this back line of Syosset.
And you know, Coach Brett Waxer likes this lull. He wants to cruise this into the half.
A darting run out of the back. There's Fiello. Terrific ball. Shot saved by Nevins. He parried it back out. Turning, Fiello surrounded by Syosset players. It's still alive in the box. And it's finally cleared. but not out. And a little bit helter-skelter right now for Syosset in their defensive third. We take another look.
Yeah, there it is. That shot, and Nevins doing a beautiful job getting two hands on it. Pushed it out, got back to the foot of a Plainview player, but when helter-skelter happens, you got Miles Nevins in the net to settle everything down.
Going for Plainview. They would love to get the equalizer before the halftime break. And both teams, well, Plainview at least will sub on this. It's a long throw for the Hawks. Again, trying to find Shulashov. It bounces and cleared, but just to the edge of the 18. Settled there, and Plainview will look to push it around now. Great work defensively.
Substitution on the field for
Now a Syosset sub.
And a goal kick.
Nevins and Kaufman huddle there for a moment.
2 minutes left in the first half.
And it's Kaufman taking the kick to midfield. Shulashov battled for it. Second ball won. Now you can play it over the top. That's what the Syosset does. It's a foot race. Ball stays in. Dapis. Ooh, look out from behind. Turnover. And back and forth we go. That was Manny Paolo stepping up. They play it back to Nevins. First time up that far sideline. Pendrick plays backward. You could see Kaufman just quarterbacking things back there, right? Pointing, whether it was to Nevins, communicating with Nevins to take it first time, then where that next ball should be played. That's part of maybe not spoken enough how he leads back there. You know, the soccer novice will just see the athleticism and the headed balls, but it's the communication, especially with your keeper and going forward and those around you that are so important. Foul against Plainview.
Yeah, you can see that him and Nevins are on the same page every time, and Nevins also one that talks a lot back there. So it is an important, invaluable piece to a defense to keep their shape and understand intentions throughout, as we're under 30 seconds here in the first half.
Ball up the far sideline. Maybe one more chance here for Plainview JFK. Cleared well. 4 seconds and 3. And the Syosset fans rise to their feet in unison. What a hard-working effort for Syosset. And they go into the half with a 1-0 lead. Cole McGuire. Remember the name. He's on his way to writing it in Syosset soccer lore. Another huge goal here at Farmingdale State. He's given Syosset the 1-0 lead at halftime here of the Class AAA championship game.
Thank you for watching Varsity Media, the leaders in New York high school sports coverage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so you're here watching the Varsity Media halftime report throughout the playoffs. I'm joined by State Representative, the big man, and the color analyst, Al Freeman. and also by Mr. Instagram, the Instagram man and head coach at Oyster Bay, Brian Donahue. Al, let's start out with you. The playoffs, an exciting time of year. What's Nassau bringing?
NASA's bringing a very competitive set of classification playoffs, Brian and Rob. It's incredible. We've already started, and we've had some upsets in AAA. And today there's going to be some single A games, and I wouldn't bet against anybody winning each individual game today because it's that competitive.
Again, I'm going to piggyback on what Al said. Not only have we had an incredibly tight and awesome playoff games, right? We had a couple of OT games already. We've had a PK shootout already, but that is coming off the heels of a very competitive regular season. Out of our 7 conferences, only one of them, which is the AAAs, came down to crowning champions on the last day of the season. And even in the AAAs, this was a conference that was battling out for the number 2 and the number 3 seed on the last day of the season. So, we've gotten Nassau soccer to a point where literally every single one of our leagues is very, very competitive. And there are some top-notch, high-level competitors sitting in these conferences. So as we go through, we look at guys like Miles Watson in Garden City with 24 regular season goals. He's a guy who can dominate a game. And for those of the guys out there who watch my Sunday night podcasts, I've been saying all along, a team like Glen Cove, you can't sleep on someone like Henry Hernandez. And when we saw him play his game last time, he scored 4 goals in a playoff game to push Glen Cove through. And then someone like AJ Galino for Plainage down in the A's, he's seemingly been a Newsday top 100 player for the last 4 years. I'm looking for someone like him to now go and dominate in a playoff game and now try and push that Plainage through. And then if you look at the Bees, you have Carl Place with their 2-headed monster of Leary and Jason Pereira in the midfield. Both of them were all-state players. And, we still haven't figured out a time when a team brought back 2 all-state players. And Ryan Leary has the possibility of being a 3-time all-state player.
And the best thing about having you, Brian, is that the Instagram has put out a great product, getting Nassau County soccer to all the athletes. Varsity Media also this year doing a huge job with 12 games, 18 different teams, and then the generosity of Orlin and Cohen to make these playoffs free for all the parents and athletes in Nassau County. It's an amazing opportunity, and both of you have been a part of it as far as broadcasters. Just maybe a little quick, Al, your broadcasting experience, any highlights from the games you got to work with?
Well, first of all, I think it starts with the tremendous legwork that's done by both Dylan and John in getting information from the 2 teams and getting the coaches to open up. The information that they brought in really enhanced the broadcast and made the players and the coaches come alive to the audience.
I like seeing the other side of it, and it's a lot harder than it looks. For everyone out there who wants to think about getting into this side, it's so much harder than it looks. And, for me, I think it's starting to make me a better coach. I get to see a lot more teams than just my team and the few teams in Conference B, going to see all these teams on these other fields and trying to break down their games from now a color analyst perspective. It's putting the whole perspective of coaching in a different light.
For your coverage of the states and the playoffs in general, tell everybody about what they're going to get on Instagram, where they find you, and how they can get in touch.
So you can go to Nassau Soccer on Instagram, and, I'm going to be at all of the games going forward, as many as I can. I can't take half days from work as much as I would love to. We have games, kicking off at 2:00 in these quarterfinals, semifinal games. I will be at every semifinal and final game going forward. I'll be at every Long Island Championship game going forward. And every one of Nassau County teams that go forward from the Long Island Championship, I'll be going up to the state games. I'll be up there. Send me clips, send me information about your players. And, all we care about on the Nassau Soccer Instagram page is promoting our teams and our players. And it's all about positivity in that community that we're creating there.
And nobody does it better, Bryce. So Nassau County's got a ton of great people working behind the scenes. Al Freeman, one of them. Thanks, Al, Brian. Awesome stuff, folks. You're watching All the Playoffs, sponsored by Orlin and Cohen for free here on the Varsity Media Network. Get ready for the second half and enjoy some playoff soccer.
Hi, I'm Dr. Craig Levitz, and I'm the Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Orlin and Cohen Orthopedics and the Head of Sports Medicine at Northwell Health. With the playoffs coming around, this is the prime time of year for significant shoulder injuries. And the most common injury that we see in soccer players is subluxation of the shoulders. They take a hit or they fall on their shoulder and their shoulder slides out of the socket. And for most of us, we don't think that's a big deal because it just feels like a little nothing when it happens. You feel good afterwards and you're right back out there. But often when that happens, you can tear your labrum. And those are the ligaments that stabilize the shoulder. And with repetitive subluxations or dislocations or repetitive trauma to the shoulder, it can lead to surgery. So it's very important to address this when it happens and make sure you're not going right back out there before understanding the injury, because it can feel okay, obviously, until you get hit there again, until it falls again, and then you start doing permanent damage. It's very rare an initial injury does permanent damage. It's only when you continue to play through it and neglect it that the permanent damage occurs, and that almost always leads to surgical intervention to repair the ligaments. The best way to diagnose it or know is your history itself. Most athletes know when their shoulder slid and they just don't know what that was. They don't know what happened or what it was, but that is a strong situation to make sure you bring to the attention of your athletic trainer and definitely get checked out by an orthopedic surgeon. Unlike when I was a kid, we have MRIs readily available, and the best way to determine if you can play the next day or right away is to get an MRI right away. It's very easy for a doctor to say, take 4 weeks off and let's see how you do and get you back out there. The problem is that's half the season in high school. So we treat our high school athletes like professional athletes and try to get an MRI within 24 to 48 hours of their injury. So if it's nothing significant, they can get into therapy and be back playing by the weekend. We take pride in getting our athletes back as soon as it's possible and when it's safe as possible. And the best way to do that is with early intervention, early examination by a physician, athletic training team, and getting an MRI as soon as possible to ascertain the exact diagnosis. Unfortunately, with repetitive dislocations, it does require surgery. Fortunately, most of the time athletes can finish the year out, but we don't want this to become a lifelong problem and highly recommend surgery after the seasons. But in today's technology, it's all done through the camera, and I'd say 98% of our patients are back at the same level they were before in a few short months back to playing. The only thing that might be a little bit difficult would be a throw-in in the first couple of months, but generally soccer as a whole is well tolerated and a quick recovery. The only problem is when we neglect these injuries, small, simple injuries that could have been handled with a good rehab program and physical therapy turn into surgical problems and permanent damage to the ligaments and bones that now require more extensive surgeries. And that's what we want to do with early intervention, is avoid those issues.
Back here at Farmingdale State College, Dylan Butler, Rob Anderson, our entire varsity media crew. Europe's final countdown being played over the PA, and it is the final countdown here. It's the second half, the final half of playoff soccer in Nassau County. Let's take a look, Rob, at the stats in the first half.
Here they are. The big stat, 1-0 Syosset. Plainview, though, most of the opportunities. Shots unofficially 6-2. 5 saved for Syosset. Plainview hasn't had to make one yet. No corners in this game, which shows you how disciplined those defenses are. 5 fouls apiece. Denisi keeping it even. Offside, 2 for Plainview JFK. None for Syosset. But the goal right now, Cole McGuire, the difference in the game.
Yeah, this was the difference in the game. Let's go back. As you see, some miscommunication in the back. 2 players going for the same ball. McGuire said, no problem. I'll tuck it in the net. That goal, another big goal for Syosset. One might say, Rob Anderson, that goal, perhaps, I don't know, a chef's kiss here?
He's happy. And then, mwah. A thing of beauty. And I'm sure they were blowing kisses right back to him. Cole McGuire.
But no doubt Brett Waxer, when he got his guys together, the kissing, it's not time for kissing yet.
No, not yet, not yet. And I'm going to wait to order my Cole McGuire jersey for Christmas.
You might be able to get a bobblehead. Look at this, right off the kickoff. Shulashov falling over it, and what a dangerous free kick this is.
Kaufman having his way physically there, and that's not what you want to do there. Here's another look, Dylan Butler. Shulashov in up against the other number 5, and the shove. It was a combo pack. When you get the hands up, it looks worse than it is.
It's Simonian and Mesiti over it. And this just outside the 18.
Just get it on net, right?
We'll call it 24 yards out. Mesiti over the bar. An opportunity that goes awry for Plainview JFK.
Just get it on net. You know, as good as Miles Nevins is, keep it low. Give your team a chance at something.
Try to pick out that top corner. And now a ball in behind, an opportunity. Nevins dives at it, and man, you can see like shot out of a cannon. Plainview JFK looking for that equalizer immediately after halftime.
Yeah, they are buzzing, and a good job staying on side there. It's Kettner, Henry Kettner up top, and shoulder to shoulder.
So Kaufman to put the ball back into play. And we'll stop the clock. He moved the ball, and I think Denisi, I would find it hard to believe that we're playing the time-wasting game just yet. So it was, Pendrick was kind of pointing out to his defender on where to place the ball, and he picked it up, put it down, and that's when Denisi blew the whistle, and he blows a whistle for a foul. Look how quickly Plainview's setting up. They're setting up like there's a minute left in the second half.
Free kick, Mesiti.
Mesiti to take. Driven. Nevins. 2 Plainview players there ready to pick up any ball in front, and Nevins makes sure that he holds on to it.
I like that Mesiti settled the ball down. He said Denisi watching, too, to make sure it wasn't too quick. Ball was still moving. But I like the idea of settling it down. You don't have to rush right now. We're not there yet.
Up this near sideline, Manny Paolo. It went off of his foot, and it will be a goal kick for Syosset.
You think Coach Ho lit a fire under this team?
I mean, it's possible, but there's so many veterans on this team, they might have just done it themselves, to be honest.
They are buzzing in the first 3 minutes.
And I'm sure, listen, Waxer's a veteran as well. No, there's no doubt. He said to his boys, they are coming in the first 5 minutes. Let's just be sound defensively, pick our spots as we go forward.
Yeah, that's the key. Pick your spots. Don't just weather a storm and, batten down the hatches here. It's a lot of soccer remaining.
Yeah, it's kind of like what you look for, that eye, right? The eye of the storm. and then you move forward. Navarro battles for that ball in midfield, and now perhaps a chance for Syosset. Pultz unable to connect, sent back down. Confident header, but now numbers as they attack in waves. Mesiti, Pendrick on him. Manny Paolo on this left sideline. Plays it ahead. And look at this, Shulashov like a center forward now.
Danielle kicking out of bounds. Big throw-in spot here. And they keep getting these free opportunities down low.
Mesiti, I thought he was trying to get a hot chocolate over there. Long throw. It bounces in the box and is cleared by Syosset. Simonian back into the mix. What a great ball. Nevins again, confidently. And Shulashov trying to plead his case that he was pushed to the turf.
We haven't seen any PKs. Those calls, they're going to really make sure before they make a call like that.
Manny Paolo. Big step by Dapis, but the possession maintained by Plainview JFK. A foot race. One. The ball in the box, just wide. It took a deflection for a Plainview JFK corner, our first corner of the game. Diacono. Ball served back post. Headed up but not out. Paolo gets it back in. Bobbled momentarily by Nevins. Still alive. Navarro tries to clear. Took a deflection. And then a foul on a push alleviates some of that pressure against Syosset.
And a much-needed foul because it feels like somebody grabbed the other end of the field and tilted it upwards. It's been nothing but Plainview this entire 6 minutes.
And it's Kaufman. And that's not what you want. You're under pressure. You either want to possess or at least get the ball as far down the field as you can and maybe win it there. That's a nice win, though, in midfield by Raf Danielle. It'll be a Plainview throw, though. They'll take it quickly. The intensity has been ramped up to 11. Masidi up the sideline. Look at this, flying in Danielle. I don't think he even saw.
It's Fiello there.
Another Masidi throw in for the Plainview Hawks.
Actually, it was 11. Was Ben Tavel for Plainview. Throw in. And it's Masidi. Goes near post. Shulashov had peeled off. Edge of the 18. Diacono well over the bar.
They've had a few that have sailed high and honestly just try to keep that ball down. Maybe, when you see Miles Nevins in there, it's deceptive and you want to shoot up there, but the way they're creating chaos, I don't know, those second effort seems like the way to score right now.
Holtz double teamed, but Syosset will earn the throw. There should be no hurry here for Navarro, really. Let your numbers get pushed forward.
Yep, then there was none. He's going to drop it down and leave it there.
Throw in Owen Sackett.
Or Sackett.
Yeah, there's Sackett right in your living room, which is surely a warmer place than Farmingdale State College. That's a terrific job by Pendrick, and that is that soccer IQ that we always talk about, right? Stepping right in front of the Plainview player, letting it shield out and earn the throw. And that's how you alleviate, right, some of that pressure. Sackett looking for Navarro's head. Another throw now.
How about Sackett checking 3 times and taking 3 steps each time? Move the ball up the field a little bit and plays it short this time.
If it's allowed, you keep taking your step.
Dapis called for that when he called for the one prior. I like the idea of trying to get it long right now, but and that time Denise is going to move him back. Got to fool me once.
Throw in for Sackett.
50-50 challenge won by Danielle. Ball played over, looking for Feiner. Cleared high, but not far. Shulashov battles for it. Wins the second ball, just like a bull, powering forward. Look at Shulashov going in the box. That was a shot that was wide. But Shulashov looks like a man possessed right now. He's a nightmare for the opposition when he's heading balls out of his own back. But now when he's running at defenders.
And he ran into Jack Pendrick. That's no slouch there.
Hey, listen, he's going straight forward. If you're in his way, he's going to go through you.
And a great follow-up by Feiner there as well.
Here's Saka. There he is, Shulashov.
See those eyes on him, too? He looked like a hawk.
And how about that? Shoulder barge by Danielle called, and another really dangerous set piece here for Plainview JFK. It's Masidi and Simonian again.
Going to force Denisi to walk it off. Dylan, it just feels like if they score, it might be off of a second effort with chaos in the box.
Dapis sidesteps Shulashov. Hard challenge. Syosset player roll to the turf, but is up again. Long ball. Nevins grabs it right in the face of Shulashov. Halloween just happened, but that is one scary thought. Shulashov with those eyes coming right at you. Pultz, look at the footwork by Pultz. Meg's a defender and is fouled as well. Good stuff by Xavier Pultz, exciting the Syosset faithful. Zach Kaufman. As you saw more of this huge crowd here at Farmingdale State College. Kaufman, dangerous ball in the box, looking for Navarro, who will get the second ball. Syosset does just that. Can they win a corner here? They will. Their first of the game. And it's Dapis to take from that far corner flag.
Pick for number 10.
Here's Dapis.
Number 10, Jake Dapis.
This will be an in-swinger. Oh, look at this. Will he get booked? He got booked for time wasting. With 27 minutes left.
They're trying to find out exactly what's going on.
So now Dapis won't be able to take the corner because he goes off on the yellow.
The captains are trying to talk it out. It is a little ambitious, like you said, at this stage of the game.
Like, they're not going to keep the ball in the corner and play it there now. I mean,
there's another card coming out.
No, I think it's just writing down the number of the card. Or
I mean, there was a warning on the far end, right, with the keeper and it was Pendrick, I believe, at the time. But yeah, that's ambitious. I mean, you're setting up a corner kick. It didn't feel that long.
Rizzo into the box. Pendrick's shot saved. Quick outlet. Here's Danielle. Under pressure. Danielle. What a clever play by Danielle. Backheeling it off of Shulashov.
And I'm guessing the substitution's going to happen. Yeah,
Dapis right back in.
Yeah.
He'll come in for Rondo.
Taking a look at that substitution, how long that's taken, too. He's moving it along.
I mean, again, listen, there's gamesmanship. I don't have a horse in the race, but I don't think there's gamesmanship this early in the second half. 10 minutes left, yes, of course, absolutely. Ball to midfield. Pendrick battles, as does Sackett. along the sideline. That one, and now a foot race for it. That was Kaufman goes back, and Nevins, under duress, sends it to midfield. The pressure, though, continues.
Kaufman shielded and then just signaled for Nevins to get it, and I think it was a lot closer than Kaufman even thought it would be.
When Kaufman says to go, Nevins goes, and he went fast.
You mentioned the communication earlier. I mean, that's it right there. I mean, in the nick of time, but.
Here's Sackett. Looks like he's coming for an interview here at halftime, or by our midfield camera, I should say. Headed out. Plainview ball. I'm not sure where the ball kids are from, but they've done an outstanding job in this one, getting the ball back in quick. They will not get booked. Here's Dapis. Oh, and again, just not on the same page as Navarro. Navarro pointed down like, play to my feet, and Dapis played into a channel that he thought Navarro would run into.
And even if he was going to make that run, a little too assertive there, just a little too much on it.
Throwing for Syosset.
Danielle held it back to midfield. Ooh, that's a hard crunching challenge. And that will be a yellow card on any given day of the week. Anthony Rizzo is booked.
Well, Coach said he's a passionate player, and they're just maybe letting the passion get the better of him. Hard foul and a few yellow cards now against Syosset.
Now another chance, though, for Masidi. Plays it in, flicked on. It'll stay in. A little shoulder barge from behind. No call. Nice fight back, and then a handball is called against Plainview. We're in the 57th minute, and it's 1-0 the score. The goal scored in the 29th minute by Cole McGuire. Kaufman to midfield. There is Javi Navarro. Puts his foot on the ball. Plays it up the sideline looking for Pulse. Confidently played back to Petrosaric. That was Levin to do so. And it's a confident ball back now to Nevins. Sends it into space. That's where Levin is. Sackett intercepts to Pulse. Nice turn by Xavier up the sideline. Good job by McGuire to keep it in. Goes far post. It's flicked there. Navarro gets a head on it. It's still loose in the box. What a terrific job getting out of trouble by Simonian. Game stretched a little bit now. Pulse. Back to goal. Syosset ball. Pulse is down. Denisi will stop the clock.
Yeah, Pulse was looking over there, and I think that was taking a little time. You got to know Denisi's not going to let you stay there. You're going to get the clock stoppage. So at this point, pop back up and play the game. Warning's been out there multiple times.
Sackett. And that's that short game, right? Played to perfection, that three-man game. All you coaches play it. Here's McGuire. Ball intercepted. Nice step by Hendrick. and he's dispossessed. Frenetic pace in this one. Both of these title contenders battling. Center stage, ball over the top. Here's Pultz. Pultz, what a block. Levin again. Corner for Syosset.
Now Syosset's starting to play the feet like Coach Waxo wanted, and they're moving the ball much more efficiently, going up the field, and now earn the corner kick.
And it's Dapis. Plays it across, headed clear. Pendrick doesn't get full service. Navarro saved by Petrosoric. It fell right to Navarro on a plate, on a platter. And Petrosoric made the save.
Yeah, Dapis moved that corner kick a little quicker, and it was like a pinball machine in there, right to the foot of Navarro, who tried to just tap it in, but
interception. Shulashov. Oh! What a save by Nevins! Are you kidding me?
man, Fiello followed up really nicely there. Oh my goodness. Dylan, let's check this one out. Fiello, Shulashov. Shulashov gets it back across. Fiello, a little tip, but what a save by Nevins. Following up the entire time.
Masidi, the service. Goal kick for Syosset. Miles Nevins coming up big for Syosset.
We've seen some great goaltending performances throughout these playoffs. The last game, a beautiful performance by Oscar Dalton. And now Miles Nevins putting on highlight reel goal saves, one after the next. And we have a stoppage.
Denisi stopped it on that goal kick. I guess he doesn't have dinner reservations. Good ball across the 18 and cleared over the net for a corner for Plainview JFK. Midway point of this second half. There's all kinds of commotion in the box. Masidi serves a good ball, swatted down by Nevins, back across, header, battle, and look at Nevins, just comes away. With all the smoke and chaos, it's Nevins just coming up with the ball.
It reminded me of like the WWE, and the guy comes out from underneath the ring and just kind of takes care of business while everybody else is knocking each other out.
McGuire. Interception. Here comes Shulashov pushing forward. Masidi clips it over the top. Nevins off his line. And he corrals. He has been walking that tightrope. Miles Nevins has. Great ball. Now Syosset, can they push? Navarro had a great opportunity just a moment ago. Dapis wants it returned to him at the back post. And again, two defenders playing for the same ball.
Syosset offense moving the ball much better, but the passes need to be just a little bit more crisp, a little bit more on them. And the quicker they can connect, they might get some shots.
Rowan for Syosset.
Ball over the top. Shulashev gets on his horse. And that is a needed clearance for Syosset. It will, though, be a Hawks throw.
I'll tell you one thing I hope we don't see, Dylan, is that with all the stoppages of the clock, that it doesn't force Syosset into rushing something and making a mistake.
Another throw for Plainview JFK. Or that, like, 8 field players get carded for time wasting. That's the other thing we also don't want to see.
No, just you don't want to see him have to run. I mean, the last one, I don't know.
Dangerous ball. Cleared toward midfield. That's where 11 will settle it. Another ball served in. And that one was headed by Mitosh. And there's Nevins.
I like that decision to keep it on the field and use the punt.
And Denisi eyeing Nevins.
Goalie's going to get a little more courtesy than a kick.
Oh, Pultz picked the pocket. Goes far sideline looking for Rondo. Checks his run, realizing that Mitosh was going to get to that ball first. One in the midfield by Pendrick. Dapish tried a little 1-2, intercepted by Shulashov. Kaufman drives it upfield, headed back.
15 minutes left in the
All right, 65 in the books, 15 left on the board. A 1-0 game here, and it's got everything you'd expect out of it.
Throwing for Plainview JFK, and every time they get the ball into the box, it is heart and throat moment for fan bases on both sides. Throw in for Plainview JFK. Shulashov was, I think, triple team there. He had someone fronting him, someone behind him, someone on the side of him. And a foul called against Syosset. And hang on a second. Raf Danielle was trying to get the ball back up. And Denisi quick to pounce. You can see Christine Ho there pointing. Let's move down, everybody. Let's go into the mix. Syosset player down. They played on. Nevins grabs. And now the clock will be stopped on this possible injury. Let's show you how, as we, wait, hang on. This will be a quick one, as it'll be Pultz to come across.
He's been favoring that leg since the offensive attack about 20 minutes ago.
I was going to show you how these two teams got here. We will when we have if we have an opportunity. This game has been played 100 miles an hour, high intensity for both sides, which you would expect, so much on the line.
Last game of the weekend, last game of the day, last game of the playoffs. And it has been nothing but stellar.
Nevins wants his numbers up. He'll punt this one high into the air. Really good punt, too, by Nevins. Navarro backed up his defender. Chases after it. Navarro wins that header. Second ball to McGuire. Out to the sideline, throwing for Syosset. And it is Sackett.
Throwing for Syosset, number 11, Owen Sackett.
Sackett headed backward by Diacono. Battle for it, and a foul called against Syosset. Simonian takes quickly. And this one will, I think, take a bounce into the crowd.
Like I said, those ball boys moving it pretty quickly.
But they got to stay warm.
Yeah.
So they are sprinting up the sideline.
43 degrees now.
Syosset. What are you, Rich Hoffman? And
I just
News
stick
12?
my finger out the window and guess. But no wind. That's good. I can guess that also. Big difference in all the other games we've seen today. Not a lot of wind here at Farmingdale.
Ball by that far corner flag. Served in. First ball won by Plainview. Second ball cleared by Syosset. Levin restarts it quickly. Masidi out. And it will be a Plainview JFK corner. Masidi assumes the position.
Number 13, Ryan Masidi.
Driven one off the crossbar. Nearly an Olympico. Second ball across. Shot. Samarian saved by Nevins.
Oh, my God, Dylan Butler. What a sequence. Oh, my goodness. And here you have a look, punching it out over the top, but right prior hitting the crossbar. Miles Nevins.
Yeah, when you score directly into a goal off a corner, that's called an Olympico. And he nearly put himself up there with the likes of like Thierry Henry to do just that. In the box, oh, Levin got behind it, but over on that full volley. We'll stop the clock again with an injury in the box. And while this cramp is stretched out, we now will take a look at how these two teams got here, Rob Anderson. And this is how it started. 1-0, Pultz with the goal. But Uniondale, they had too much fight in them to let that goal derail them, right? A terrific finish in the box, 1-1, and we go to overtime. And you called it before. I think Cole McGuire's got a goal in him. Yeah, you were right. There it is. McGuire, the winner in the second overtime period. And Syosset booked their spot. There's Fiello taking his space. The cross, far post. Headed in front, an own goal for Massapequa. That made it 1-0 for Plainview JFK. And then Shulashov doing what he's done so often. Celebration time for Plainview JFK as they win that semifinal 2-0. A look at the cold but entertained fans here at Farmingdale State College. 10 minutes and 38 seconds remaining.
And I didn't get a look at the Plainview play it down, but Kaufman was the one helping him stretch out. So as grueling a battle as it is, sportsmanship on display.
Nevins plays it short. Foul called. That's the last thing you want if you're Plainview. Because you can complain that Syosset's wasting time, but when you foul like that and you push your numbers up, automatically you're going to take at least 30 seconds off the clock to set up a free kick.
Kaufman jogged that ball up a lot further than it was. He was told to put it down as everybody sets up. And we're hitting the 10-minute mark.
Kaufman sends it ahead, looking for Navarro's head. Took a deflection. Mitosh.
We're now under 10 minutes left in this.
Plainview chasing that elusive goal. In part because this guy has played the role of Superman.
Number 1, Miles Nevins.
Miles Nevins has been outstanding in this one for Syosset. Look at this battle along this near sideline. McGuire sends it over for a Petrosoric goal kick.
Goal kick by number 1, Thomas Petrosoric.
These teams play to a 1-1 draw in the regular season. Who knew that a month later, or a little less than a month later, they'd be on the grandest of stages in Nassau County competing for the AAA championship. Evans to midfield. Hendrick dropping deeper and deeper as the minutes wind down. Oh, what a battle. Rizzo along with Mitosh. Throw in for Syosset.
Throw in for Syosset.
Danielle, that was dangerous. Never played the ball, just stepped in front of the defender. Now a miscue. Petrosoric's had to come well off his line to make that challenge. And again, another rare defensive mistake by Plainview JFK. Benny Meyerowitz was coming in. Do we have a PK?
No. Denisi's saying no. I think he's going to put it right outside the box.
Well, we have the benefit of replay. And you can see the magic paint. Here we go again. That's a great call.
Yeah, it's outside the box, legit. Like not even a courtesy call. It's the proper call. And you're right, benefit of instant replay.
Now it is as close as you can get. You can see the ball straddling that 18-yard box.
But Dylan, we said it multiple times. Get it on the net.
Direct kick for the Hawks, number 13, Ryan Masiti.
Masiti. A wasted effort.
Coaching me wants to vomit.
Please don't.
I won't. Not enough room in here. And no garbage can nearby. That's tough, man. Just get it on the net.
That has been your mantra throughout.
Because they're so close. They're right there. They've got numbers. They've got size. And again, it feels like a goal is going to come on a second effort, especially against Nevins.
Ooh, Petrosoric, he can't play with his hands out there. Off his thigh.
Twice he came ranging far out of the net to meet an attacker successfully.
Inside of 6 minutes now remaining.
He might not have to make a lot of saves, but looking really good coming out of that net.
Kaufman back up the field. Oh, look at that touch. And now an opportunity for the insurance goal for Syosset. The left-footed shot goes over. That was Rondo.
Yeah,
far sideline.
I'm sorry, he just felt like everybody descending upon him and tried to do that little pullback move instead of just continuing forward and getting the shot.
Oh, that was Rizzo. Apologies. There he is now on the ball. Rizzo plays it off a Plainview player for a throw-in.
Just couldn't match that speed. And then chipped over the net.
5 minutes left in the second half.
So now inside of 5 minutes, should Syosset look to sub, the clock will stop. Shouts of handball, none given. We go the other way. Diacono up the sideline. That's a great cut inside by Fiello. Fiello blocked. And another one over the net.
Fiello's showing some sensational moves there, ranging to his right. Pendrick was the one getting in the way, and not an easy body to get around.
Now I'm going to play the other side of your put it on the net argument. How much maybe has Miles Nevins got into their heads a little bit, right? The way that he's been able to make some of these shots, you feel like your shot's got to be perfect now.
I won't argue that.
Like you got to hit the hell out of it.
Yeah, I definitely think it could play into the mentality, but I also think his size makes you think that you can go up high.
Navarro chasing this one down. Plainview continues to push forward. Diacono. Great recovery by Danielle. And the clearance.
They showed some great athleticism there getting back. And
the Syosset fan base loving it. Simonian into the mix. It takes a bounce. Shulashev was coming after it. And Nevins makes the confident grab.
Again, with the help of Kaufman, good communication and using his body to block out Shulashev.
Diacono, fans rise for both teams. Second ball, back post, headed clear. And then out by Rizzo. Back in again. In front. Not cleared, rebound, Diacono, corner.
You said it, Dylan. I'm not invested. You're not invested in the winner, but I might have no fingernails left.
Masidi. Everybody, including Petrosoric, up. Masidi, hold on. What do we got? Foul against Plainview JFK. So Petrosoric's got to sprint back into his goal, or at least in that vicinity, inside the final 2 minutes. Chance of let's go Sio by the Syosset fans. Foul against Syosset. And back up comes Petrosoric. And he is a big target up there. Masidi. Oh, it's headed backwards. Corner. There you see the keeper right in the middle, Petrosoric. Masidi to take as we approach the final minute of regulation. Masidi driven, cleared. Didn't pass the first defender. Masidi gets it back. That blocked. Petrosoric's got to try to scamper back. Levin pops it high in the air. 45 seconds remaining. Off a Syosset player, throwing for Plainview JFK. Clever back heel. Can you win another corner here? No, but it's also not cleared. That's sent out, but also not cleared. Ooh, arguments maybe of a handball. Diacono with 18 seconds left, plays it in front. Fiallo, no, what a denial! Pendrick, the hero. In front, it's loose, and it's cleared, and Syosset have won the Nassau Class AAA Championship. Jack Pendrick, an incredible goal line clearance, and Syosset, the celebration is on. They are your Class AAA champion. Wow. Watch this again. Watch Pendrick with the gloves, the black gloves.
Pushes it wide of the net. And Syosset, your AAA champions, courtesy of Miracle Miles Nevin. Absolutely incredible game. And his defense doing a stellar job in front. And there's number 7 cheering with the fans.
Their last outright AAA championship, or then it was called AA, was in 2012. They were co-champions. Their last trip here, that was in 2017. But they lost on PK, so don't tell anyone on that team that they were county champions. They didn't feel that is for sure. This is an outright championship for Syosset. And what a moment for these guys. County title number 11 for Syosset. Miles Nevins. What a job.
And another game winner for Cole McGuire. There's Nevins.
Ladies and gentlemen,
breathing heavy.
Well, you had Nevins doing what he did defensively. You had McGuire scoring the lone goal, the winner, back-to-back game-winning goals, and this was the goal that won a county championship for Syosset. Cole McGuire.
And sealed with a kiss. Well done, Cole. I love it.
And
what a game.
And Jack Pendrick right there. What a moment for him as well. The goal line clearance in the final seconds. And look at this. What a great moment here, too. As you see Zach Kaufman going over and looking to shake and hug just about every single player on this Plainview JFK team, followed by his teammates as well. What a great show of sportsmanship here by the county champions.
Certainly is, and Dylan, we could say that we've seen that throughout the tournament. Great sportsmanship, tough battles, and this one delivered. You know, we've been saying about the nightcaps, both of these games today, sensational. And we now know the 4 Nassau teams. Moving on.
We do. Carl Place in the B, Floral Park in the A, Garden City in the AA, and now it's Syosset in the AAA. Wow. That had the feel, especially like that final minute, it felt like an NHL playoff game, a Stanley Cup playoff game. Just goalie pulled, just chaos in the box. Where'd the ball go? Wild, wild stuff. And emerging from all that chaos is Syosset, who win a county championship.
The emotions these coaches must be feeling also. I mean, you know, we're up here watching all this action, hanging on to every second, every touch.
And here it is again. This is the final play at the very end here. That's a great settling touch by Diacono. Nevins across the 18. Would that have gone in? Would it have gone across the goal line? Pendrick was not taking any chances. He's like, get this thing out of here.
Now that version of the script didn't get on his desk.
They call themselves a brotherhood. And you could see arms interlocked, hugs, all together, all as one. This Syosset team, they are unified, and they are county champions. And you feel so good for a guy like Brett Waxer. His 20th year as head coach. And he, like the other coaches we mentioned, they'll say it's not about him. It's give credit to the kids, but well-deserved for Brett Waxer. As we said, another one of the good guys here in Nassau County. And you want good things to happen to people like that. So congratulations to Brett Waxer on a county championship. We will take a quick break, and we will return for the post-game pageantry here from Farmingdale State College. You're watching it all on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Snap more than the ball? We've got specialists for that. Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Quinn's up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter! And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
and gentlemen, make some noise for the Plainview Hawks. And now, may the captains for Syosset please receive your championship plaque. Syosset, when you hear your name called, please go to the table to receive your championship medals. Number 2, Michael Marcos. Number 3, Aiden Colbert. Number 4, John Siakos. Number 5, Zach Kaufman. Number 6, Alex DeRosa. Number 7, Raphael Danielle. Number 8, Cole McGuire. Number 9, Jack Pendrick. Number 10, Jake Dappis. Number 11, Owen Sackett. Number 12, Chris Ancona. Number 13, Xavier Navarro. Number 15, Cameron Chan. Number 16, Cody Lefkowitz. Number 17, John Shanisi. Number 18, Cesar Rubio. Number 19, Xavier Poltz. Number 20, Thomas Rigglewicz. Number 21, Anthony Rizzo. Number 22, Anthony Fury. Number 23, Penny Meyerowitz. Number 24, Andrew Zammit. Number 25, George Rondon. Correction, Jorge Rondon. Number 26, Danny Flynn. Number 30, Chase Pendrick. Number 34, Jacob Gubin. Number 35, Josh Weisenfeld. Number 35, Sebastian Oyaga. And number 1, Miracle Miles Lovins.
What a moment for Syosset, the Class AAA championship. You could look, Jack Pendrick, the emotion in his eyes as he was lifting up that trophy. That's what makes this such a beautiful thing right there. Look at that.
And I guess they took a cue out of the McGuire handbook. Instead of blowing kisses, smack one right on the trophy.
That's it. So much emotion for this Syosset team as their season continues. They will march on to the LIC. They'll do so back here. And I think fortunately for them, they'll have some time to reset, right? It's not going to be a quick turnaround. So they do have an opportunity to celebrate this moment, this championship, the 11th county championship in the school's history. Well, Rob, this has been great. 12 playoff games in the books. 4 champions have been crowned. Congratulations again to Syosset, your Class AAA champions. And that'll do it here for us from Farmingdale State College. For our entire varsity media crew, our executive producer, Ben Turchin, our technical director, Chris Sweeney, for Mike Verdi and Kevin Catalanato, bringing you all those lasting moving images. My broadcast partner, Rob Anderson, Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us from Farmingdale State College. We look forward to seeing you next time right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.